Welcome to the About, everyone. Welcome. I'm Bobby Swims, and welcome to Wizards Palace, dude. Let's jump right into it. The other day, I was driving around and been seeing a lot of Spirit Halloweens. Now, that's okay. But oftentimes it feels like when you look at a Spirit Halloween, it almost seems like there was something before that. And as I was driving, I started to think, and I mean, I want to ask you guys this. Be honest with me, is a Spirit Halloween I mean, is an abandoned store just a vessel for Spirit Halloween? No, really. Is an abandoned store just a vessel for a Spirit Halloween? Think about it. The earth is littered with ruins of fallen empires. They believed that they were eternal. And the Reaper always comes to collect the dead. Spirit Halloween is hard proof that the devil's become bored with torture and has now moved on to emotional torment. Okay? Oh, you're making a store designed for children, but you're targeting the wallets of those who wish to give their children anything and everything. Dope. Me and along of my 10,000 demons won't kill you, but we'll make sure you wish you were dead. Okay? That's Lucifer. That's Lucifer talking about Spirit Halloween. Okay? That's Lucifer talking about Toys R Us. Like, the guy who made Toys R Us had to have been burning in his own agony, right? He had to have been burning in his own agony of hell when they shut that company the fuck down. And you want to know what the fucked up part is? He probably was a good man. He probably had some good intentions while making this company. And you know the saying, God works in mysterious ways? Yep, he sure does. He sure does. Which is why you genuinely need to play life like it is a game, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you why. The moment you realize this, and there's rules to this, the moment you realize life is but a game and there's rules, the game is going to change. And the game is going to become harder to play. If you don't know this and you don't feel this, you haven't been shown yet. And I'm very confident of that. And that is our eternal reward. Oh my God, I can't even speak. Our eternal reward. Okay? You live, you die, and you live again. That's just kind of my my belief, I guess. But I mean, that's just how I see things. I see, like, this is just all class, okay? And death is now, say it with me, graduation. It's graduation. Death is just graduation, dude. Either you make the cut and you get to go home, or you got to come back here and learn again. That's what I sort of think is going on. It's definitely a lot more stranger than the general description I've just laid out. But just know you're being tested, and it matters how you react. It matters how you react. Okay? Like, don't... Obviously be hard on yourself, but understand that everyone's playing their own game, and sometimes you're not really going to fit into their game. And if you don't really fit in their game, show them why you don't fit in their game. Okay? But why does it also feel like everyone has the choice of free will, but nobody seems to choose it or possess it? You know, seriously, everyone has fallen into their own bracket as like a safety net. You used to be able to admire those who were different. Now, if you're different, everyone looks at you like you're evil incarnated. So they cast you to the wolves. Then they're going, if he dies, he dies. That's literally the motto of the American hierarchy. Okay, and no, I don't believe that, and I don't want to believe in that. I believe that we came here to see what we were meant to see. Okay? You know, I didn't come here to see what you want to see, even though I'd be delighted to hear what you want to see. But I want to see as well. And I feel like a lot we just forgot. You know, as we progress in technology, we slowly strip away what made us so great. People used to be people. People used to pick up people. I mean, come on, guys. People used to help people. And now it's just like if you're not like me, then burned. That's literally how everybody thinks today, and it's disgusting. And I really hope it changes. I really hope it changes because everybody is trying to connect the dots. Okay? Everybody's trying to connect the dots. But listen to me. You're connecting them too quick. You're connecting them too quick. Slow the fuck down. We have forgotten. We have forgotten about the big picture. No, you can't have this right now. You'll just have to wait for your opportunity like you were meant to. And may God have mercy on your soul. May God have mercy on your soul if you don't take it. Okay, guys, understanding is not necessary. What is necessary is how you feel. Do you feel good? Are you feeling who you are? Are you feeling into this moment? So I want you to digest that because it's a lot to take in, but do with that as you must. We're gonna move on here. All right. When I was a little boy, I was highly allergic to strawberries. Which was coupled by my allergy of mainly anything that's been sitting outside for too long. And oftentimes my parents had to hide these things from me, because like a mouse with his cheese, I was coming to get my shot at glory. All right. So yeah, I'd eat a shit ton of strawberries and Nutella, and I would just lock myself in my door or in my room, and I would just pretty much just focus on not dying. Yeah, man, I'd just be in there and I'd just be like, inhale, exhale. Focus on your breathing, Bobby. Find the gray line, Bobby. Come on, find it. And that would be me inside of my room. You can't die! You can't die! You gotta find it! Okay, let's move on. And I never did die. But I noticed through pure willpower alone, I can now eat strawberries outside. Isn't that cool? That's really cool. To me, at least. Because, like, you got to understand, these strawberries were trying to take me out. The grass outside was trying to take me out. Okay? If my dad was doing the leaves and I was helping him, I was at least getting, some rashes or something. Like the outside was out to get me. And I kind of flipped that as a young kid. And then like as I got older, I was just nothing but outside. Like when I was a little kid, I used to just only be inside. I liked my little safe space. I loved playing video games. But dude, as soon as somebody showed me the beautiful nature that surrounds us all, which is outside, oh brother, I was locked in then. They showed me the way. My friends showed me the way, and I'm so grateful that my childhood friends that would come to my door, knocking on my door, just being like, hey man, we get it. You're closeted and you may be gay. You may be gay, but we don't care. Come outside and throw the football with us. And to some of you who are watching, yes, that is you. And thank you. Really, thank you. You helped me break some barriers in my life. But yeah, I did break that, and it kind of created who I am today. And I don't want to get emotional, but you know, I am sort of proud of that. I am sort of proud that I stood up to death. I looked him right in the eyes as a young lad, and I said, no, not today. Maybe in like 20 years when, you know, I'm eating a little bit too much shellfish, then you can come and claim me. Okay? But I'm here right now. So with that, let's move on. I do want you guys to eat your strawberries. I want you guys to eat your strawberries, eat your bananas, mainly because of the potassium, but also because they are a fruit of the divine. They are a fruit of the divine, and they're good for you, man. They're good for you. All fruits are good for you, except kiwis. Stay the fuck away from kiwis. I don't know. There's something about them. Stay away from kiwis. Next up, dude. Can the ocean tell if you're scared? I think so. I almost feel like the ocean has its own soul and purpose. You know, you hear old pirate stories, and the way they describe their journey is it feels like an anime. And I don't know if they had anime back then, but it definitely feels like an anime when they're describing it. So yeah, I think the life of a pirate was just like an anime back then. Everything they said and felt, I mean, that is probably how it was. That's probably how it really did feel. You know? Arrgh! And then the dastardly abyss set a line of sight on me ship and swallowed her whole. You know, they always call the ocean a her or a him. Just like their ships. You know, to them, it had a soul. It had a soul. It took care of them. And if they were to forsake that, then it would lead them to their graves. Okay? So yeah, in a weird way, the ocean and their ships, along with the crew, all had a soul and purpose in the end. It was like a story. And if you didn't respect that, if you were a captain, you didn't respect your crew, and you didn't respect the ship, then you became fish food. Then you learned then. And I think that was a very cool time. I think though back then was a lot of refreshing stories that we've forgotten about. And honestly, you could apply these stories to just now. The same story is being written right now. It's a little bit different because the dial's been switched up. Everybody's moving a little bit faster now. Okay, it is a little bit different, but it's of the same nature. Yeah, let's switch it up here. Are people who ride bikes in the middle of the street, even real people, are those people even of the soul? You know, I see that I'm going, I see that and I'm going, oh, he's not here for anything, right? No, he's not here to learn a damn thing. He's the disaster that's going to be someone else's awakening. And it's probably going to be me. I already hit one of them, dude. 17 years old? 17 years old, dude. I cleaned this guy off of a bike. So I was driving my sister to, I think it was cheer practice, okay? I think it was cheer practice. And yeah, dude, this guy came out of fucking nowhere. But now follow me here, because he was on the entrance to the highway, right? For what purpose are you at the entrance to a highway riding a bike? What exactly are you trying to prove here, man? Who exactly are you here for? You're clearly not here for yourself. You're here to pass on a message to the person that kills you. Because it's not going to be someone paying attention. It's going to be, which is really sad. It's really sad because it's going to be someone that's, always checking their phone, changing songs, watching something on Twitter, or just genuinely staring at the phone, because as we progress in technology, we slowly strip away what made us so great. I said that before, but yeah, but I always think it's those three. And when I did hit that guy on the bike, it did wake me up in a sense, I'm more aware of my surroundings now when I drive, especially when I'm with people I love. I noticed that. However, it also taught me how to hate. It also taught me how to hate, because I'm 90% sure that this guy was just looking for his big break. The guy riding across the highway entrance, 100% looking for his big break. And I mean, I gave it to him. I sure as hell gave it to him. And you know what? I feel like he learned something, because he was fucked up. He was fucked up from the situation. So in a weird way, I think that we both learned, and I no longer check my phone when I'm making a left-hand turn onto a highway entrance. Okay, I'm fully focused now, and I'd like to think that he is no longer riding a bicycle on the highway. We can honestly only hope for that part, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He's not even real. I don't even think he's real. I think he was just a message. It's just like a lot of people are just, they've been squeezed out of their body and their mind. Their soul is no longer in there. It's just a body and a mind. That's the agenda. It's the hidden agenda, which is being driven into us by those who know. Okay? Think about it. Why can I buy a vape? And that's cool. Everyone asks you if they are, if they can hit it. They're interested in what device you have. But as soon as I break out of that and I get cigarettes and become my own Alaskan native, everyone becomes disgusted. Everyone's got a problem. How dare you? Oh, how dare you kill yourself a different way than me? No, how dare you even consider killing yourself a different way than me? I mean, that's what I'm getting out of it. Even with dipping tobacco. I mean, like why though? Why does it bother you that someone gets it a different way? Tell you, man, that's the wrong way of thinking. Okay? And please listen. Please listen to this. You understand what you know, but what you don't understand is what you don't know yet. Again, do with this as you must. Why do all prior drug addicts and pieces of shit choose liquid death as their beverage of choice? Me included, right? I fall directly into that bracket. And I've come to the conclusion that it's actually replicating a hard seltzer. And people say weed, like, people will go, oh, alcohol, it's legal, man, it's fine, like, go with it. Honestly, I think people should start off on weed first and progress to alcohol. I think that that's the way to go, because honestly, people say weed is a gateway drug. I never wanted to do cocaine on weed. Not even once. But if it was alcohol, yeah, sure, cocaine. But like, what else do you got, man? That was my whole forte. Okay? And alcohol was made to make you a fool and to lead you away from heaven, in my personal opinion. Now I know I offended some people. Now, some people can drink, right? Some people can connect the dots quicker than, I can. However, I was just always able to see the big picture, okay? So it's easier for someone like me to fall into that trap that quite literally redefines your soul and purpose. Because, like, before I did drugs, I was so against drugs. Not against drugs. I was very curious about drugs. I'm saying this the wrong way. I was very curious about drugs, and I did want to try them, but I was so scared because I knew the big picture. I knew that if I did drugs, I was going to either die or I was going to become a story. And I decided to roll the dice, and I think I may have gotten what I want. I think I got my stories. But I saw that and decided to roll the dice. Most people, I feel like, don't see that big picture. They're like, okay, cool, drugs, I could just stop whenever. Like, that's how people get into drugs, right? But then I also feel like those people are able to get out of it quicker than I am, because going into it, I knew it was bad, okay? But then when I got slowly lured in, I wasn't able to get out. I had barricaded. I didn't even know I was doing it. I had barricaded myself inside these four walls that were slowly collapsing in on itself. But I do feel like some people can, while they're in it, realize that it's happening and are able to break it faster than I am. And to those people, I respect you, and I honestly admire you. And you know what, man? Have a fucking drink. After this podcast, have a fucking drink, dude. If you can handle it. If you can't fucking handle it, mind your business, dude. Mind your business. Go eat a bowl of ice cream, dude. Trust me, I'm locked in with you. Get a nice tasty treat. Sorry, I'm like very disorganized and discombobulated. And again, I forgot to set a timer. What do you know? Fucking chat! It's 5:17. I'd say we've been going for close to 25 minutes. I think around there. So yeah, I did say in the last podcast that we were gonna set up the new YouTube, and that it was gonna be in the description in this video. I lied. Sorry. Yeah, no, but I totally lied to you guys. That's not gonna happen, mainly because I'm just a fucking lazy piece of shit, dude. I'm so sorry, but it is gonna happen eventually. But a part of me also realized, like yesterday, that I'm going a little bit too fast. And why don't we just focus on this for right now? You don't have to do a second thing for publicity. You're gonna do that later, okay? I'm moving a little bit too fast here. My one friend saw that. He realized. He told me. So I'm trying to slow the fuck down and just focus on this. Get my mind back in the gravy pot. And yeah, dude. We'll be making some gravy. But yeah, that we are going to be starting a gaming channel. I don't know. I'm not going to give a specific date because I really just want to get comfortable with this. So yeah, there's that. And I'm gonna be starting a TikTok. Just because, like, that one will be easier to manage rather than another, like a secondary YouTube. Just because, like, a secondary YouTube and a primary YouTube, it's just way too much right now. Okay, I can barely even do that. I'm still trying to learn this, so I can't really stack like too much on my plate that way. However, I can get the publicity that I want through TikTok because all I got to do is just basically take clips from these YouTube videos, and like I could do this at work. I don't really do shit at work. Just take clips from these YouTube videos and then just kind of mash them together into a TikTok video, and then maybe that way we'll get this podcast a little bit more popping. Yeah, I think that way we'll do it that way, and I think it'll be a lot more beneficial that way. Again, not trying to connect the dots. We're trying to see the big picture here. Okay? Get the big picture. Just one second. I want to see how long we're going because... Oh, 28? All right. So we've been going for 28 minutes. Yeah, sort of ran out of topics. That'll happen. I didn't have as much time today to write the topics down. It is Saturday and I did have the day off. But like I gotta go to Sam's Club, dude. We don't got any fucking water in this house, man. I'm dehydrated. I had to do some shit about it. So yeah. Before we go, I know I said that this podcast I wanted to aim for 40 minutes. Unfortunately, I don't think I had enough time today to write the topics. So I think what we got to start doing is writing the topics like a day before. Like while I'm at work or some shit. I really can't be writing the topics the day of. That's a little bit too messy. And I don't really get as much done. So yeah, the planning is going to have to go into this again. Can't be too free nilly-willy with it, which I am a problem with. That's sort of my whole spirit. Going with the flow. But yeah, honestly next week, that one for Saturday, I don't want to say I promise, but I am going to try to make that one 40 minutes. But enough rambling. We could honestly end this one here. I think we said enough. I think we got enough off our chest. But before we go, I do want to leave you guys with something that you guys can take with you. It's a little bit cheesy, but just pucker the fuck up, baby boy. Here it goes. I want you to all remember, friends, we do not march of ourselves. We march for those who could not or cannot take another step. We march in their honor. We march to the everlasting, breathtaking, heavenly light. Yield your head to his light, and you will be shown. God bless all of you. Now get the fuck out of my abode, you geezers!